I think we should get started. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. My name is Robin Martin, and I've been directing our Writers Reading program now for 21 years. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm very happy to be playing that role. And with Writers Reading, we have a wonderful series this year and a special program tonight. I'm very honored to introduce our guest, who is our visiting Fulbright specialist, Dr. Shireen Zubair. And many people have made her visit possible, including Dr. Michael Harris, who's here with us tonight, and others on campus who worked with the Fulbright program and the Council on International Exchange of Scholars, direct access to the Muslim World program to make this possible. So thanks to their dedication, we have this marvelous opportunity to strengthen our own understanding, come on in, of Islamic civilization and relevant issues on a very personal way, because we get to spend time with Shireen Zubair while she's with us for 6 weeks in Pella. She's already been extraordinarily busy visiting schools and churches and with civic leaders, sometimes having 3 speaking opportunities in one day. So we're taking advantage of her expertise. Dr. Zubair did her undergraduate work in English and philosophy at the University of Multan, Pakistan, and earned a master's degree in English literature at Bahauddin Zakaria University there. She continued her advanced studies at Cardiff University in Wales, where she earned a second master's and a PhD in applied linguistics. Currently, she is professor of English and chair of the English department at Bahauddin Zakaria University. Dr. Zubair is a highly regarded specialist in literacy and gender studies. Her expertise, as well as her fluency in English, Urdu, Punjabi, and Saraiki languages, have enabled her to conduct extensive ethnographic fieldwork among both rural and urban women in Pakistan. She writes that, quote, literacy use is linked very closely and intricately not only to women's social roles, but also to their feelings and deepest identities, end quote. Author of dozens of articles, her research has been published in such prestigious journals as the Pakistani Journal of Women's Studies, Quarterly Journal of Gender and Social Issues, the South Asia Research, Changing English, the Journal of Sociolinguistics, and Hala Journal of Women of the Middle East and the Islamic World. Dr. Zubair is the winner of the British Council's Charles Wallace Fellowship and was awarded a postdoctoral Fulbright Fellowship to conduct research at the University of Texas in Austin. She is highly sought after both as a teacher and lecturer. Invitations to teach and present her research have taken her to Germany, to Singapore, and to numerous sites throughout the United Kingdom, the United States, and of course in her home country of Pakistan. In addition to her scholarly pursuits, Dr. Zubair works closely with the non-government organization Raham, which is the Arabic word for womb. This organization promotes gender equity in education and has focused on preparing women for leadership roles. Tonight, Dr. Zubair will bring the voices of rural and urban Pakistani women to light as she presents excerpts from their diaries. She will also read a few poems in translation from some of Pakistan's most well-known feminist poets. Shireen, thank you so much for traveling all of these miles to be with us and for the generosity you've shown us in sharing the richness of Pakistani culture, literature, and women's roles. Thank you for reminding us especially that it is our languages and literacies that truly make us human and that can empower us to make our unique contributions to society. I'm honored to present Shireen Zubair. Please give her your warmest welcome.
Thank you very much for giving me a glowing introduction, and I'm really to be here. I am thankful to the Fulbright Council of International Exchange of Scholars for sending me an invitation, and to Central College, and particularly my host at Central College, Professor Michael Harris, for extending this invitation and providing me this. Thank you again, Robin Martin, for providing me this opportunity to bring Pakistani women's voices to these international fora, and to be able to share my research and the literature of Pakistan with a wider international audience. Thank you very much. I will, in today's presentation, I will cite some of my research data that I collected during my field work in southern Punjab, Pakistan, where I carried, this was a part of my PhD research. And as Jane Mace has said, literacy engages our imaginations, intellects, emotions and memories, and is a matter of enormous mystery. I was able to discover and find this reality only through my ethnographic fieldwork in the rural communities, which are generally deemed illiterate by the statistics. They are cited as illiterates of the third, as in the quantitative research paradigms. I used a different paradigm when I went into the field, and today I will focus on those literacy skills and those literacy practices. Rather than skills, I would be focusing more on the literacy practices and the uses of literacy, and through these excerpts from women's diaries and their conversations and interviews, I would also bring in from their conversations and interviews, and I hope to be able to show that these are literacies which are hidden from the public eye, and these are literacies which are very intricately related to women's identities, and in fact literacies become literacies. I would continue to use the word in plural, literacies, rather than one monolith literacy, which is the dominant paradigm of the academic literacies. In fact, the presentation towards the purpose of this presentation is also to bring in women's voices, these women who are illiterate, and also to be able to relate them to the literary compositions of the renowned women poets and feminist poets of Pakistan. And I want to highlight the similarities and themes in the content of these works. That although these women are considered illiterate, and they, in the dominant paradigm, they are raising the same issues relating to their personal roles and their self-reflection in their diaries and talks and conversations, which we find in the compositions of internationally renowned women poets who are considered as eminent feminist poets in Pakistan. So I hope that to be able to show that that this is a way of challenging the binary constructions of literacy and illiteracy, and also the urban and rural divide, because this is an area where I conducted my. I'll just talk a little bit about.
Spacebar.
Mm-hmm.
Press the big space bar. I'll put it under.
hidden literacies are a site of identity construction, and they are linked to not only to women's social roles but also to their feelings and deepest identities. These diary pages and conversations and poems offer a glimpse of their world, and as the feminists would point out, a possible entry into the feminine psyche. And I used, as I just touched upon, I used self-participatory approaches to capture the richness and diversity of literature